welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the visiting Falcons. These guys coming in refreshed after that early season bye. On the other side, head coach of the Bengals there, Zach Taylor. These guys also coming off a bye, so no rest advantage for either team in this one. Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This is Chase McLaughlin on to handle the opening kick. And here we go on EA Sports. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
On Sundays, say a parking lot prayer, no prayer, no. I just want to kick back, relax, shout it in the Monday. How about the seat slide? It's nice to meet you.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead.
Still first down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk. Hey, check that.
Staying with Robinson. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Bengals into the nickel set, third down.
Here we go, Scott.
Here he goes, third and long. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing fourth down. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on fourth. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick. 2020, Joe Burrow.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
Burrow now on first down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
11, stop.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
That's good for a Bengals
It's your set.
Burrow from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go in double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
First down, Burrow to throw. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Burrow out of the shotgun. It is cut left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They're still going at the 30. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
Gain of 11 yards.
On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. This is going to be a 46-yarder. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
Returning it from the 4. Finds some space, he's past the 30. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First down now, ball at the 33.
Ready? 70, step by wolf.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
He wants to, but he's not going to be able to continue the run. Got him 6, but they stopped him short. It's 4th down now. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. escapes the defender. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And his start to the season has been special, hasn't it? The way he's played, it's no surprise at all that he's leading the NFL in passing. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. He's got it downfield near the edge. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
In play action here. Burrow connects on the crosser. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Here we go. Got it. 180.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. From the left hash, 54 yards out.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge of that green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Pack. Cowboy 80.
The running back gets it on the draw. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Here we go. Jack. Viking 18.
They'll run here on 1st down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Ready.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Third and long for him here. Gets this one to London. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal, Atlanta.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons put 6 on their side of the board. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points.
On 2.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Burrow. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
On 1, ready?
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have it on 3rd and 9. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Cut out left. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Brings it in at the 12. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. It's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. But it looked like a Falcon swooped in and got to that football. Yes, they recovered. They're keeping possession. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Trap alert! Trap goal 80!
Blown back gets the handoff. And they find him after just a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra, block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. And that brings up 4th and long. Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at second in the NFL right now in touchdown passes.
Here we go. 180, 42.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting a run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Finds the in route complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Burrow throwing here, 3rd and 2. Looking slant route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Here we go, here. 11 MT, 11 MT. 180.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. 1st down from the 42.
42-yard line.
1190, 180. Right up.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard
Here we go, here we go.
line.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
To the air again, it's Burrow. Got his man, Watkins has it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Here we go.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they won't manage a ton. This gets to about the 26. Christian Harris on the stop. Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Up on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. He's driving some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Pirates. Steady, Pirates. Steady.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. First down from the 42.
Let's go now.
Pass play now. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And the Falcon first down.
70 Timberwolves. Ready, right?
First down, play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he hangs on to that football Brock through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, here comes Edwards. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And they stop him after he picks up about 5. That's going to bring up 4th down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
No kicker out there, so instead of a 46-yard field goal effort, they're going for it.
19 Lions. Cougar 19.
They're going to try to throw for it. He fights it beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first. Working inside the red zone. He's got it at the 5. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Patterson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And he won't get anything this time. They stop him at the 4. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. Now from back at the 4, here's 3rd and goal. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And no, this isn't going to do it. Stopped at the line, and they're going to remain a couple yards away here now on 4th and goal. They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3.
Come on. Hey. Ready, right?
They'll throw for it. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Sending him on the dive. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Falcons take a timeout to their final one. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. To the air on third and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Now, in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting the throw some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
The Falcons, running back John Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. 1st and 10, around to Robinson, and he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's a throw. Completed over the middle. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
There he is on 3rd and short. Oh, the football's loose. And now the Bengals have it. And deep in their own territory, they're going to take possession now after the fumble. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there and being looked at now. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive.
Here we go, here we go. Right, shot. Right, 80.
1st down, Burrow to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Xavier Watts picks it. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. Okay, let's put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. They have time to look to the end zone first here before they send the field goal unit out. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking in the air here. And he's going to be stopped about a half second before he can pick up the first. Ball down to the 26.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons jump in front now by 5.
14. Bengals 9.
We'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
35-yard line.
On 2, ready?
Here comes the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now. at legendary Lamb.